Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets. Now.
Well, here we are, Greg, in game one of the in-season tournament. Both teams eager to not only pick up a regular season win, but also take their first win in 4 games in the initial group round.
And it's going to be interesting to see how the tournament evolves, right? I'll be curious how that extra edge of intensity may be involved in tonight's game.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The forward spots will be Bridges and Johnson. Thomas is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Claxton in at center. Levine got a hand on it. Now here's Schroeder. There's the dish to Thomas. Crafty move. Robinson pulls it in. And here's Ball. They'll bring it up for the Bulls. Outside, Levine. And again, no good by Chicago.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync.
Greg, here we are watching Claxton. Who does he remind you of?
You know, Kevin, defensively, he looks a lot like AD out there. Similar builds. And Claxton can also handle the ball a little bit. Just want to see if this guy can develop an ability to play facing up to the basket.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Schroeder surveying the floor. Thomas against Edwards. Elbow shot is on the way.
And as a defender, Edwards' speed and agility make him tough to shake. No easy shots with him on you.
Again, Levine missing.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Pass to Thomas. And so just over a minute and a half played. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Outside Thomas.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And then Levine with the jam.
So fluid, so smooth. Levine just taking control of the possession with his unreal ball handling ability.
Schroeder against Ball. Passes it to Bridges. He dishes it to Johnson. Out to Bridges. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Edwards can't hit.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Here's the pass to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Heat. Boy, Brooklyn GA did all they could to assemble a championship team, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you take your swings in this league, and sometimes it works. Sometimes you have to retool, and they still have some good players to build around.
It's the Nets now, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Pass to Claxton. Back to Johnson. And it's Schroeder in the corner for 3. Sinks the triple.
There's Dennis Schroeder doing it off the catch. He's got a lot of talent and still some untapped upside.
To the middle. Here's Robinson. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball against Schroeder. Kicks it out to Johnson. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Levine. It's hauled in by Claxton.
2 minutes remaining.
Claxton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Thomas. There's the pick. Shoots from 14, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Chicago.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Reed, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Green comes in for Williams. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dosunmu in for Lonzo Ball. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. LaVine gets the bucket.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Thomas. Over LaVine. Out to Bridges. Latrey. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Bangs home the trifecta. LaVine's got 7 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's Simmons, and they double up Simmons. Outside Thomas. Over LaVine. Thomas, that's good.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Now Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And the shot is good.
Great use of the mid-range. LaVine going old school.
Thomas against LaVine. Outside for Simmons. There's the pick. And there's the drive. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
They've got Reed. Javonte Green is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Edwards. And it's Dosunmu in at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Early 2023 saw Cam Thomas just erupt as a scorer, Greg. We were talking about it every game. A guy who was ready to break out.
And Kevin, I like using the word ready because he was given an opportunity and took it. And he showed us all what a productive machine he could be.
Now, here's Sharp. Great D that time from Green. Now the pass to Caruso. Here's Edwards. Thomas grabs the rebound. Brooklyn trailing. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Johnson, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Sharp. Here's Schroeder. 3 from the inbound. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Schroeder's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Nets. Green finds Edwards. Green with a screen on Thomas. And Green slams it in.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Johnson outside. And the Nets, another three.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 2. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
There's Schroeder. The Bulls getting the bucket. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz. Some changes for Chicago. Robinson comes in for Javonte Green. And Ball subbed in for Dosunmu. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. You know, Steve, for the Bulls, it seemed like depth was an issue for them the last couple of years.
It was, Kevin. They were pretty thin for a while. It resulted in a 4-year playoff drought that started in 2018. But the front office did a good job to address the problem.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Nets have been forced to pivot from their star-crossed super team era. The what-ifs are fading into the rearview mirror. Now it's people like Mikal Bridges that are going to form the next new era. And rest assured, this team has dug its way out of far worse. With the draft assets and two-way talent on their roster, their aim is to remain competitive. Kevin?
I think they are. David, thank you for the report. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
Here's Caruso. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Cameron Thomas.
And for the group round games in this in-season tournament, Greg, they'll do the group phases on a home court. But eventually things will move to a neutral site.
Yeah, the NBA Cup Finals will be held in Las Vegas, which is about as great as it gets for a space with no home court advantage. The location alone might motivate some of these players to get to the Cup Finals.
The Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
For 3, Edwards. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Not just a knockdown shooter. He does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Poked away. It's Edwards on the wing. Offline with his 3.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Edwards drives in. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Edwards against Schroeder. Kicks it out to Johnson. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead bucket. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Chicago making some changes. Zach LaVine's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dosunmu in for Edwards. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Simmons. Now here's LaVine. 9 points in the game so far. Over Bridges. The Bulls with another miss. Nets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Pass to Thomas. 54 seconds left here in the second. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Steve, the Bulls haven't been to the finals since 1998. Michael Jordan's last season in Chicago.
Kevin, hard to believe, but that tells you how difficult it is to get to the finals. Also, just how important a generational player like MJ can be.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Thomas, it's a wide open look. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside, Levine. Williams sets a screen for Levine. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Intelligent play from Zach LaVine, getting himself the room he needs to score.
Thomas surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to get back on track here. Robinson with the block. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Bulls on top. They're up by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And looking around the league as we welcome you tonight. Lots of action unfolding. Let's check it out. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're in a 7-point hole in the second quarter. Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
The way they've attacked the lane, oh my God, it's almost Shaq-like. They've been DPR, Shaq. Decisive, physical, and relentless.
I think that just brought a tear to my eye, Kenny. I love you.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Setting the floor for the Nets. The post tandem, it's Johnson and Claxton. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Thomas. And it's Bridges in at the small forward.
Always a contributor. Zach LaVine can be such a force on the offensive end.
Schroeder passes to Claxton. Kicks to Thomas. Johnson in the corner. Good on the triple. Johnson's got 11 points.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Robinson finds Edwards. Williams for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Robinson misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Thomas passes to Schroeder. Johnson outside. Bridges a screen on Williams for the lead. Rebound by the Bulls. Hey, Steve, looking at Zach LaVine now. Still a very impressive score.
He's just so consistent, Kevin. Capable of connecting from anywhere on the floor. He's really put in the work to be a lights-out scorer.
Claxton the pass to Thomas. Out to Bridges. Back to Thomas. Over in the corner, Claxton. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. The Bulls have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Outside, Edwards. 3-pointer. Bridges with the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Edwards kicks to Williams. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And good that time.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Well, you look at Claxton, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
This is one area where Lonzo Ball continues to improve, creating space for his shot off the dribble.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Reed, he's checked in for Williams.
And here's a look at the stats for Dennis Schroeder. Some last season stats for him. He was around 12 points per game last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Absolutely. Just when you think you've got a good flow going as a scorer, he'll come and shut your water off.
Offensive rebound, Bridges. Robinson with the block. Outside Edwards. Over Thomas. Edwards can't hit.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Thomas dishes to Schroeder. Johnson for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
3 points.
Schroeder's got 5 assists in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ball, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Bridges. Excellent D there from Ball.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
Bridges misses.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1-3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Back to Schroeder. Johnson, the pass to Schroeder. On the wing, Bridges. Passes to Schroeder. Shoots over Ball. That one off the back iron and out.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
You know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
And that one falls. That puts him up by 1 point.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Green is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And it's Dosunmu in for Ball. Inside, here's Bates Diop. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Just his first attempt. Green for 2 points. And the Bulls lead by 2. Brooklyn's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And the pass to Sharp. To the inside. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
Oh, nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Here's Levine. Another one falls for Chicago.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Bridges outside. Pass to Simmons. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Bates Diop. 4 on the clock. This is to Simmons. The 8-footer. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Levine. And the layup's good off the glass. And that's 17 points for Zach Levine.
Beautiful play when it comes to explosive dribble moves. Levine makes it happen.
Zach Levine. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Nets, Cameron Thomas.
9 seconds left in the third.
Smith Jr.
Here's Thomas. Misses from close range. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Bulls lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Dosunmu. Reed is out there with Green.
Oh, did you see that?
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here is Thomas. Tries from the block. Count it.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Nets trail by 4. Thomas passes to Sharp. Down low. Here's Simmons. Outside for Thomas. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Chicago with the rebound. From deep, Green. Ben Simmons with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Walker the pass to Sharp. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Brendan Watford's checked in for Walker. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Green with a screen for Edwards. Second chance shot. And it's Green missing.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Finney Smith passes to Watford. And Simmons kicks to Thomas. Back to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Here's Finney Smith. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Finney Smith's got his first 3 points of the game. Chicago calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Bulls. Ball comes in for Dosunmu. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Ball, and right on target, good.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Johnson, he's checked in for Trendon Watford. Mikal Bridges comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Simmons.
Dennis Schroeder.
Johnson finds Claxton. He locks up the alley-oop pass. Not going to go that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Thomas inside. Edwards there. And the call on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer.
2 shots.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just.
The ruling on the floor stands.
Sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Bulls trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Johnson with the rebound. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-4 run right now. It's Thomas on the wing. Passes it to Claxton. Back to Thomas. That one good for 2. Thomas got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
It's deflected. The pass to Schroeder. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So for the Bulls. Robinson's checked in for Reed. Williams comes in for Torrey Craig. And Levine subbed in for Alex Caruso. Edwards passes to Levine. Brooklyn with the rebound. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth. Thomas dishes to Schroeder. Bridges outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And it's a 9-point Nets lead.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Levine inside the three-point line. And another miss by Chicago. And here are the Nets. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Pass to Claxton. To the middle. Here's Bridges. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Levine for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Levine's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Ooh, if you want to know what Zach Levine is made of, you just found out.
Here's the screen from 15 feet away, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Smart ball handling from them in this one, passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Shooter kicks to Thomas. 35 seconds left in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 15th foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Cameron Thomas. At the line for 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And here are the Bulls now. Outside Williams. Bridges with the steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Schroeder outside. Pass to Thomas. Fires the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Inside. Money!
Outstanding read by Ball. Sizes up the situation and hits the biggest shot of the night.
7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 7 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
For 3, Levine unable to get that one. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. And Greg on top of the regular season tally in the win column. They earned their first win out of 4 in-season tournament group games.
Giving their fans just one more reason to get excited here early on this season. Congrats.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is